Would you like to know how principles in this book can help you get very big results in very little time? If so, keep watching. This book, called The 1 Minute Manager, is actually a very small book. It's very compact, but it's got lots of practical advice about what you can do to change the culture of an organization in 3 basic parts: 1 minute goals, 1 minute praisings, and 1 minute reprimands. Let's take a look at each part. With 1 minute goals, it's about knowing where you're going and clearly identifying what you want that end result to be. So with 1 minute goal, you write out those goals and you read and reread those goals, and it should only take you 1 minute or less to read each goal. That's keeping it simple and keeping it quick. After determining those goals, now it's about thinking about how does that goal look in action? What does it look like when it's walked out each day? What would I see individuals doing as they're working towards the end goal? How would the behavior look? And then once I know what that behavior looks like, now I can think about what I will do when I see the behavior that aligns with the goal. Now I see the goal in action. I see people either meeting the goal or I see people working to meet the goal. When I do, that's where the 1 minute praisings come in, and we want to be very enthusiastic about pointing out the great things that people are doing. So with 1 minute praisings, it's me recognizing and immediately appreciating that the person is actually working towards meeting that goal. And it's actually pausing and giving that person time to take in what you're saying, to take in that compliment. That should take 1 minute or less. Doesn't have to take much time to say, thank you, you're doing a wonderful job. On the other hand, when we see that the goal is not being met, or that maybe people are going contrary to the goal, then that's where the 1 minute reprimand comes in. One of the things that I love about what Blanchard says is that you want to attack the behavior and not the person. You want to eliminate what the person is doing or the person's actions, not the person. So with the 1 minute reprimands, it's the flip side of the 1 minute praisings. It's letting the person know what it is that they are doing specifically that's not meeting the goal. And before you go into a 1 minute reprimand, I would recommend that you take some time and plan out how you will say what it is that you will say. Because again, we want to touch, as Blanchard said, not take. We want to touch what the person is thinking, not take away from him or her as a person. So with the 1 minute reprimand, revisit the goal, specifically let the person know what it is he or she is doing that's not working towards the goal. And then ask, is there anything that you can do to help to assist the person in meeting the goal? And again, we need to do this with compassion and also allowing some grace. It's a wonderful balance between having courageous conversations to correct behavior, and it gives specific guidelines to do so. Sometimes as individuals, we don't have a ton of time to sit down and read a long book. This is a book that you could possibly read in one day or less. It might be even a few hours that you could just go through and read this book. It's quick, concise, easy to read. It models the concept of 1 Minute Manager in that the chapters are very short, they're very quick, gives great advice for those who want to change the culture of the organizations in which they work. I highly recommend this book.